I'm a first generation American. Talking about my father, who's homelessness in a third world country. He was in El Salvador 40 years ago, whatever it was, and eventually coming to the United States to be able to make something out of himself, to end up having this real estate, and to be able to pull his family out of poverty. To me, to be the first generation, then him seeing his grandchildren and be able to enjoy the grandchildren. Primarily yesterday when we're filming this, yesterday was Father's Day, to see that whole generation that was able to benefit from the blood, sweat, and tears of both him and my mom and my mother. You know, it's their marital bed was a this mattress that my mom found in an alleyway in East Los Angeles, and she took it home and put it on top of 4 cinder blocks. When I was born, my crib was the baby plastic tubs, and she put a blanket in there and put me on top. They didn't have enough to put a blanket on top of me. That was my crib. To go from that to what it is today, and for the family the world over to benefit from all that hard work. And I'm like, nope, I know my roots, and I study my roots, and I pass on to my children. They're going to know this. It's important. And it all started with opportunity, real estate. And that's why when people are not aware, and I encourage on my program, graduate from being a renter to being a property owner. And if renters hate their property owners, like, all right, stick it to them. Be their competition. Become a property owner. That's all you got to do. And then it's like this whole the world view changes when they realize, wait a minute, everything I thought was benefiting me is actually hurting me. It's like, yes, that has been the echo of those that made that shift. It's like, now you're learning, boyo. You know, it's like people need to be more aware of these things, and everything requires input from themselves. You can't do everything yourself, or Howard Jervis Tax Association. There's only so much you can do without those of us being involved as well. That's why on that Zoom meeting, I chimed in and said I became a member, because I believe in the organization and what it's setting out to do. And more people should do that. Put their money behind organizations with clout. You don't want to meet your heroes per se, because some of those things can backfire. But if
no. It doesn't backfire. There really are heroes. There really are.
There are heroes.
And you're a hero. You're a hero to your kids for what you're doing. And when you hear people in Sacramento say everyone who owns real estate is rich, you're an example of how you get that way. I'm not saying that you're rich, but from their perspective, you own something and they want to take it from you because you're so, quote, privileged. Well, you worked for it and your parents worked for it. And you're entitled to it because it's yours. And that's how it is in a free country.